Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle showing Power Slide in his KV-2, and he's from 1A clan, and he's platooning with a Dobo from 1A clan. I had the pleasure of playing with a Dobo the other day on in the Steel Hunter mode. So they're in their KV-2s, and we're on the Paris map. So the KV-2's a tier 6 Russian heavy tank. And they're heading to the traditional heavy tank brawling area, so we'll see how they perform. I haven't watched this replay yet, so we'll see how they do. Now KV-2's got a big Durp gun, fires HE shells traditionally, so we've got a 152mm gun, and it does have premium rounds, which basically armor piercing, but most people don't load them. He's got just a handful, I guess, in case things go wrong, but first shot, 936 damage, and he wipes out a full M6. Now of course that M6 was showing his side, which means the shell penetrated and then did maximum damage. Now with HEs, you're probably aware that if you don't penetrate, the shell can do up to 50% of its full damage by exploding on the outside, basically, and then damaging the inside through shockwaves. So after they do have a long reload, so he's relocating, and now he's found some other tanks. There's the new Polish tank, the Boogie, and we'll just see that he did a snapshot, and unless you shout Russia when you let the shot go, it doesn't tend to be all that accurate, but we'll see how he goes with that. Now that Boogie is still in position, which is probably not a good idea for him, and he does a full 800 damage to that tank, and that's another single shot kill. So he's already up to 1700 damage, and he's only really done 3 or 4 shots, so that's pretty awesome. But you've got to be careful with the KV-2 with a long reload, that you don't basically put yourself in a position where you're exposed. So here he is facing an enemy KV-2, and does another 1 shot of damage. Pretty spectacular, 960. So again, that's the power of penetration with the KV-2 shells. If it goes through the armor, then you are pretty much toast. So its average damage is between 682 and 1138. So that's sort of a upper end of the damage roll for that shell, but that's probably because that was the hit points of the tank at the time, so could have done more damage potentially if the tank had high hit points. So you won't know exactly if that was going to be max roll or not. But anyway, they're pushing on. We can't see what Dobo's got in terms of score, but he has got 1 kill already, so as a platoon they've got 4 kills total between them, and he's now got a Panzer IV-H in his sights, who may not be exactly aware that he's lined up, and a bit of a problem for him. Sitting in one position, he takes out that Panzer IV-H with 1 shot, so that's 3 1-shots so far, I think. The Durp gun on the KV-2 can be a fearsome weapon. So he's moving towards the enemy cap area now. Again, this is just a standard battle on the Paris map. Not everyone's favourite, by the way, but that's just the way things go. So he's got a sliver of a Valiant there, which is not really presenting itself as a target, but if he moves around, that Valiant's probably facing a different direction, which I think he is. So if he can just hit the corner of it with HE shell, he's guaranteed to do damage. But the Dobo's just moved into the way, so he's trying to inch forward, and he might have told a Dobo on chat to move out of the way, and bang, another 800 damage, full hit points of that tank in 1 go. So a Dobo takes out the Achilles. Looks like a 1-shot as well, but it's an evenly managed map. There are 8 tanks each, but as they're in the enemy camp area, and the enemy artillery seems to be asleep, or at least trying to hide, he's not going to last long, and there goes another tank. So there are 2 tanks up, another enemy artillery up ahead, and there's a Jackson there who's actually bounced the KV-2. Now the KV-2 is a heavy tank and it does have a reasonable amount of armour. Jackson's somewhere there in the bushes, but he's only managed to hit the tracks, so the Jackson's clearly not aiming for the weak spots. It is possible to pin the KV-2 from the front, just as it is with the KV-1. Just got to basically find the right spot, and there's the Jackson has actually managed to do that. But the KV-2 does have a reasonable number of hit points as well. It's got 960, which is not a lot for a tier 6 tank, but it's certainly enough to deal with it. Now he's just closing the range to the point that that Jackson's camouflage is not going to stand up. So the Jackson's backing away, trying to get out of line, and you can see that was a partial penetration, so it just bounced on the outside, or I should say didn't penetrate, so it didn't take full damage, but the Jackson's then been taken out by an A43, and that's the game. So well done, and we're going to look at the results. So that was an ace tanker game, understandably. Did a total of 5,000 damage to the enemy tanks. He got the Pascucci's medal for killing the two aunties, brothers in arms for the platoon doing more than 3 kills each, and in fact they got a total of 10 kills between the two of them. Got the high caliber award for the most damage, and Top Gun for doing more than 6 kills. So the 5,000 damage, he also earned a total of 1,881 base EXP, which is an excellent result, and almost 3 times what the next person in the team did, which was his own teammate Adobo, but no shame in that. The power of the gun of the KV-2 is shown here. To get 5,000 damage, he only had to fire 9 shots, 8 of them hit, which is good accuracy. That was that one snapshot that didn't hit, and 6 of those penetrated, which gave him that excellent result. So well done, Power Slide, and we'll welcome you back to the channel anytime. Thanks.